Hey there guys, welcome to Skirmish Miniature Gaming, and I say welcome, not welcome back, because you might be new to the channel, probably are new to the channel, because we're trying out today Malifaux 3rd edition, and I can't wait, Alan can't wait. So Luke and Alan, if you're new to the channel, if you're not, you've probably seen us before. Alan does most of the other games that we cover on the channel, to be honest. So it's great to be back with the new game. We've been waiting for ages for 3rd edition, and it's finally here. We're on the hype train now. It doesn't seem like there's too much out there, so if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. We're going to be trying to get as much Malifaux as we can out there. I know there's a few other people that are playing in the area that are definitely going to be coming in to film some games as well. Alan will more than likely be back to film some more.
Oh yeah.
So obviously please do subscribe guys, throw a comment and a like on the video. It helps towards us improving the channel and growing always. You can also check out our Patreon page if you want to support us. Essentially I'm going to be using the Demarcus crew for Arcanists, and Alan's going to be taking
Cornelius Bass, the Frontier
for the guild,
crew
yeah.
for the guild.
For the guild, awesome. So a good mix, I suppose. We're only going to be doing 30 soul stones today, just because 50 does take quite a while to film. We'll see you there. Hope you like it. So this is my Marcus crew, or list I suppose, for 30 soul stones. Mine comes to about 26 with an upgrade. So I'll just quickly take you through this. We've got Marcus obviously as the leader and the master of the crew, following up with his totem, the jackalope. These both come free for your list, so whoever you choose as your leader and your totem will always come free in the list. Miranda, I'm taking as the henchman for him, so she isn't free, 9 cost. Going on to the Razor Spine here as well, 7 cost. I'm taking the generic upgrade, magical training for the Razor Spine as well, so he gets +1 shielded at the start, so he's going to get an extra, I think, to his defense flip or minus to damage or something like that. We'll have to check that. Counter spell, so anybody within 6 has to spend, discard a card from the hand to use a trigger, which is quite nasty, especially as the Razor Spine is going to be up in their face. Then we've got the Archaean Reservoir, which is the most important thing about this card and why I've taken it, is I get to increase my max hand size by 1, so I'll get to draw an extra card, hopefully at the start there, so I'll have 7 in my hand instead of 6. And then the Sabertooth on the end there is the last one, no upgrades for him, just 8 cost, and he's another sort of fast get up in my opponent's face is what I'm going for here, I guess. So the Razor Spine, the only one with the upgrade there for 2 cost, coming up to 26 in total, which then means I've got 4 soul stones because I'm 4 short of the full points limit. Alright then, so what we're looking at for Cornelius then, Alan, shall I start with on the left? So we've got Cornelius himself.
Cornelius himself with no upgrades.
No.
As you say, he's free, and his totem Bernadette is free. I'm giving Bernadette the no prisoners upgrade.
Okay.
She has no ranged attacks, and the no prisoners will give her a handy grenade attack.
Right.
So I'm hoping that will come in handy.
Interesting.
Jonathan Ricardo there, I'm giving him a steel lead-lined coat for a little extra protection, as he's my main
for his upgrade, yeah.
Melee guy. Got an All-Stringer who gets a free Skybound ally who can make attacks, and if he dies, he gets because of the ability called You're Free Now, his bird flies free, so I've got an extra model there.
Nice.
If he dies, that model
Raptor,
to replace him. And then an ordinary Frontiersmen to round out the crew. It comes to 26 stones, the same as you.
So 4 soul stones free. Nice, so a nice even matchup there, I suppose. Right then folks, so actually I'll just flick over here so you can see this beautiful table setup we've got going today. So this is Gamemat.eu, one of their 3x3 mats, which is what you'll need for Malifaux, so do check them out. It's one of the nice the mousepad mat material, so the best you can kind of get, and they do some really good deals. This is Urban Mat's village terrain, really nice pre-painted terrain from them, I couldn't recommend it enough. And he also does his own mats as well. I think this hill and the smaller hill over there are by Terrains for Games, which you can also check out. And then most of the trees that are just scattered around, and walls and fences and things, are just by random old suppliers, I think. But I've just sprinkled them around to kind of mix it up a bit and the odd little bits of barrels and things, but a nice table setup, perfect for Malifaux, I think. We'll do the first flip for attack and defender, Alan. So I get a 3 here and Alan's getting an 8. So you're winning, Alan, so you're going to be the attacker this game on an 8 and I'm on a 3 of crows. So the defender essentially determines on crows, which is going to be corner deployment. So it's going to be 12 inches aura from the corner for each of us. And then, so I'll give you a bit of a closer look there, sorry. So that's going to be the deployment in either corner. So that's going to be probably here and far corner over that side. Right then, so the attacker, which is now Alan, drew a tome, which means that we generated the strategy plant explosives. So fairly simple, I actually did this in a practice game the other day, so it's a nice and easy game to play. So when the table is split in two, so we'll have the centre line go down the middle here. Essentially you have to choose, after we've deployed in alternating fashion from the attacker first, to put up to 5 explosives onto chosen models in your team, so they're going to carry explosives, so 5 across your models. You can have, I think your minions can only carry 1, but non-minions can carry up to 2 explosives each, so 5 in between them. Then the general objective is just to drop as many, turn these explosives from your models into strategy markers and drop them, which is generally the sort of objectives, if you like, in Malifaux, are strategy markers. So as long as they're on the centre line or in your opponent's half of the table, they're going to count towards you getting victory points. At the end of each turn, if you have more strategy markers in your opponent's half of the table, including on the centre line, than you have currently victory points in total that turn, then you gain a point. I'm going to set up here ready for deployment. Alan, as the attacker, has to split his crew into 2, and I choose one of those halves to deploy first. Then as the defender, I will deploy everything in one go. Then Alan deploys the other half of his crew in his corner. And then essentially we will be getting more or less into the first initiative flip here. Right then, so Alan split his crew in half. The first half was Cornelius and his henchmen, yeah? Which means I chose them first to be deployed by him. So now I have to deploy as the defender all of my crew within 12 of this corner. Right then, yeah, so Alan's just made a good point that I forgot to mention. So the Cornelius crew gets home on the range, which we did find out after a couple of practice games, that it does combine, so however many you have in the crew, is that right? With the rule home on the range, you get +1 inch to your deployment range.
+1 per model, so I've got 5 models with it, so my deployment is 18.
Alright then, so we're all deployed now, both crews are down. As you can see, I'm fairly clustered on top of this hill because I'm ignoring severe terrain, so I'm not going to really care about stuff going on for movement and things. Slowing me down, and wow, Cornelius crew all straight up at the front as well. It's a big face-off, but obviously it is going to be to do with dropping these explosives, so we're going to do that now. Al has the initiative at the moment before the first initiative flip, as he's the attacker, so he's going to get to place his first bomb on a model. I think we're going to more or less just draw some hands now. Like I say, I'll show you my hand, guys, but I'm not going to keep flipping back and forth throughout the game, so I'm only going to show you the first hand each turn.
Mine will be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. That is my hand there. Obviously, I have 7 rather than the 6 because of my upgrade. From the start there, I can draw up to... You basically draw up to your max hand, is all it says. You don't necessarily draw up to 6. But because my max hand is up to 7, then I can draw up to 7. And then obviously, pretty much going to go into, I think, an initiative flip here. Does that sound good, Al?
Sure.
Yeah. Here we go. So flip in there. Neither of us obviously spent soul stones to get the extra cards in the hand to come down. So not for the first round anyway. Al's going to win that one on an 8 there because none of us either have pass tokens, by the way. So because we've both got 5 models each, there's no difference in model count. Therefore, neither of us get pass tokens because pass tokens would usually go towards increasing your initiative flip. But because neither of us have, it's a straight win there for Alan, and we're just going to go here pretty much into Cornelius's first initiative here. So activating the totem, yeah?
Yeah.
And she's going to push or move 5 for her first action. Right, so a second movement then, just to get over the fence there. And the first activation for Cornelius's crew. Marcus' crew is going to actually be Miranda. I'm going to use the extra movement on the Razor Spine, so it's going to be the Call of the Wild. So it's going to be on so I've got 6 there as my stat, and then I need another 6 to reach 12 for my target number, as you can see, for Call of the Wild. So that's going to be on the Razor Spine, getting a 6 of masks, meaning I do get it on a 12, the target number, meaning I can make a move action now with the Razor Spine. Okay, so Razor Spine pushing up to there. I'm going to use the same power then, but on the Cerberus, because there's no limit on what you can use, unless the actual power itself says that you can't use twice on the same thing. But I'm going to get 8 of tomes this time, which will be enough to then get me the power again, but on the Cerberus. So we're going to push him 6 now. That is Miranda having activated. She is then going to use her ability Accomplice. So after this model ends its activation, friendly model within 6 inches that has not activated yet this turn may discard a card or a pass token and activate. So I'm going to chain to Demarcus, because he can then do the same. Keep chaining basically. You can only do 2 max chains in a row though. So I don't have any pass tokens, so I'm going to discard my one of crows. Okay, first things first with Marcus, I'm going to choose to use Chiromancy. So this is his main power really. This is how I put mutations on my upgrades on my beasts. So it's 12-inch range, so he's going to use that on the Razor Spine. He has just about as line of sight as of the Razor Spine, and it's within 12. Stat of 7, and I need equal to 10 or more plus the upgrade costs on the model already, which I believe the Razor Spine doesn't have any other mutation upgrades yet. He's just got a normal upgrade, so it's just going to be a target of 10, which for me is going to be a 3 or more. That's not what you want. Black Joker, people. So you've already seen a Black Joker. Black Joker essentially means that power is now useless. I get a 0. I can't cheat a Black Joker. It's completely screwed me over, basically.
Oh, that's a shame.
But that was the first action. I'm just going to use the same action again on Razor Spine, and hope that I don't get a Black Joker. So his second action, definitely getting it on an 11 of Rams. Okay, so I get it on an 11 here, plus plus 7 with his stat, goes to a good, is that 18? Yeah, 18. And I only needed 12. I do actually have to add the cost of the upgrade, mutation upgrade. So Razor Spine's now got serrated teeth and claws, so he's essentially increasing his damage, and if I do damage somebody, then they get adversary beast, which gives me some pluses to flips and things, I'm pretty sure. So Marcus, he's going to use his free action, Primal Roar, so this doesn't count towards his 3. Every model within 6 inches, including himself, because auras do target yourself. I need for Primal Roar a 5. I get an 11 of masks. Unfortunately, it does not give me the tome there. Basically, these are all going to get to move an extra 3 inches now. So that's my bonus action, so they've all pushed their 3 inches or moved 3 inches. For his last action of the turn, his activation, should I say, it's going to be Call of the Wild, which is the same as what Miranda can do pretty much. So friendly beast only, target may move a number of inches up to its move. But if I get a ram, which is what I'm looking for here, I can make a charge action and make an attack instead of just using the move. So on the Razor Spine, I'm now within 6 inches. And he is going to be within 6 inches to make the charge. But I will need a ram. And I'm going to need at least a 6 here, so I get 3 of crows, so that's not good. Right then, so even better for me, because I've just realised, so I don't pull it off on a 3, but I am going to cheat with a 7 of tomes. But then I do have an innate, for the Call of Wild, 6 of rams. So I then can automatically trigger Hunter's Call if I need to then make a charge instead of a move action. Boom, straight forward within an inch.
I hate you so
And make an attack action with the Razor Spine. I learned the hard way in this game, that's for sure. So going into the attack action, then the free attack action that I get with the charge from the Razor Spine, into that is Bernadette. So I'm going to be attacking with the Razor Spine using the Venomous Strike. So I'm getting +1 to my damage flips if I get a ram for the trigger. So I've got a stat of 6 plus an 8 of rams, so it does pull off the trigger if I want to use it, I guess. Defending for Alan, you've got a defense of 5, is that there? +6, so you're on 11. I'm currently on 14, so you can choose to cheat if you want to. So I was going to leave it. We needed at least a 10 really there to stop me actually pulling off the attack. So it's going to be 14 to 11, 3 difference, which means that would be a -1 to my damage flip. But I do pull off puncture, so I'm going to choose to use the ram trigger. So when resolving for each ram in the final duel total, I get +1. So essentially it's just going to be a straight flip here for damage because I cancel out the -1 with puncture for my trigger. Oh, that's not good. That's severe on the damage for a straight flip. Meaning, what do I do for severe damage? I do 4 damage and you gain poison +1, which will be resolved at the end of this turn. Right, so Bernadette is actually alive on 1 health. I can't remember what the name of her ability is on the front there, but hard to kill, sorry. So she, with 1 attack action, she can't be reduced to below 1 health. So she's currently down to 1 health, and Razor Spine's done his job there. Hasn't even activated yet, that was just Marcus's chain, ability. But now Marcus has finished his activation. So we're going to go, he's going to now chain to Jackalope, and that's the max number of chains I can have. By discarding a card, so I'm going to discard the 3 of masks from my hand. First things first, from the Jackalope, he's going to try and use his free tactical action. That's the one with the lightning next to it. Anything with the lightning next to it means you can do it for free, as opposed to your normal actions. So place this model anywhere within range, within 6-inch range, so he leaps over everything basically, for 6-inch movement. Stat 3 with masks, and 10 of masks is the target. So needing essentially a 7 here, I get a 13 of tomes, so definitely getting that there. So using his free leap to just jump over the tree here, there he is. And then he's going to just use a 4-inch charge action because he's only got 4 for his charge. Bless him, he's only a small little rabbit with antlers and a savage appetite. So he gets free action there for attack action for charging. Obviously the leap was just a bonus action, so then he might get a bonus attack here. So hopefully we can probably finish off Bernadette here. Let's just have a look. It's going to be horns for his attack action. So flipping on a 4, so 14. I'm getting some good cards here. And what's your defense again for 4? So you're on 7, I'm on 14. Good, if I'm on 14, you're on 7, weren't you? So it's going to be 7 difference for a straight flip here for damage. So just me. So a 9, which is going to be moderate damage, which is the same as the weak anyway, but it's 2 damage. It will be enough to take down Bernadette now, to be fair. Right then, so that is the Jackalope for his first action. The bonus action was the leap. So he does technically have another action. He doesn't have much movement or anything, so I'll just have a little think here. So the Jackalope using his second action just to move around the back of the Razor Spine here. Just fall back a little bit because it will now finally be going into Al's second activation. 2 bombs, yeah, so basically guys, I grabbed them after I killed him, the totem. But obviously if Al kills one of mine, we can take them back. So we'll just have to see how this goes here because I haven't had a chance yet to place any. Okay, so activating the, that is the Allstringer. So he's doing 1 movement and then second action. Have a little think here what you want to do. Right then, so second action, yeah? Yeah. It's going to be, from the Allstringer, is going to be using his bird, isn't it, I think? So you don't need, I don't need line of sight, so it's going straight into the Razor Spine. So stat was
6.
Okay, so do a flip.
Defense is 6.
So you're on an 11 of crows at the moment. I'm on defense 6, so I'm on 10. So I'm currently losing. Right, so I'm going to cheat here, not to actually beat your flip, but to move it up to a 5. So I'm on 11 as well now, which means that it's going to be a -2 flip for being a draw, unless you want to cheat to make it slightly higher.
I am going to cheat. I'm going to give it a 9 of masks.
Okay. That changes your trigger, yeah?
And my trigger then is Onslaught to take the action again, targeting the same one.
Nice, I like it. So 9 of masks, so currently you're on, let me think here. 15, so difference is going to be 4, which means a -1 flip. So flip 2 cards for your damage and pick the lowest. Oh, severe, yeah? Is that severe? Or is it moderate? It is severe, ouch. Okay, so was it 4 for severe?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 damage already to the Razor Spine, so he's down to 3 wounds. Then it's going to be on to the second attack because of the trigger. Yeah, so just same flip again. Oh, okay.
So that's a 7.
And for me, it's a good flip this time. So I'm on 19. So you're going to need at least a 13.
Yeah, can't do that.
No. So second one, although it was looking pretty bright there, you could have taken him out there.
I was hoping.
Oh, yeah. Right then, so into my activation, I'm going to choose the Razor Spine before he starts to actually die. So he's, I forgot that he's shielded +1 at the start of this, in the start phase, guys, so I apologise for that because of his upgrade. But I can choose to use it, so when I choose to use his shield token, I just go down -1 shield, and then I think you get +1 to your defense flip or something like that, or reduce damage. But for now, with his activation, he's going to move his 6, so he's jumping to here. He's going to discard one of these explosives and turn it into a... we're using the kill team charge tokens to place a scheme token in base contact, so I'm going to put mine there. So that's 1 scheme for me down, and that's his second action he has to use to discard one of those. Okay, so moving Cornelius, double movement here?
Yeah.
And then do you want to turn that one into a...
Yeah.
Dropping that explosive, turning that into a strategy marker, so I don't blame you. So evening it out with me at the moment. And then I think it's my activation again there, because that's all 3 for him, isn't it? Has he got a bonus action you want to use by any chance? Right, so all finished for Cornelius. He's used his 2 movement. We've been discussing a little bit with the Cornelius crew, because obviously you can kick up Demarcus for almost pretty much free.
One of those.
Yeah, essentially for like if you'd have used the cards, but at the moment for Alan, because I've got no real ranged attacks against him, it's not very useful to be concealed or in cover. But it is onto my activation now, my last activation, because I've used everybody else with the stuff. So Cerberus is going to go. He is going to try and leap for his bonus action, so I've got 3 of masks to get 10 of masks. I get to jump 6 inches, which I need a 7. I'm getting a 5. Do I want to cheat it? So yeah, I am going to cheat with a 10 of tomes to be able to leap with him for free. So he's going to be jumping to just next to that window there. Then another 6 for his first action is just going to take him just in line with the Razor Spine will do me there, so that I can drop with my second action my explosive, which is he's left behind, but yeah, drop that and place another marker. I think I think he's probably going to put it behind himself as far away as I can get it from Cornelius's crew, I think. So Frontiersmen's going first. You got a bonus action on the back of the card, which
gives me the 2
extra
push.
Yeah, so basically you can move another model that's not himself 2 inches. So you were going to push the henchman, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's just literally a free action. Don't have to use any cards for that, so long as your friendly model is within 6-inch range. So since you've helped push the henchman along, you've got I can't remember, Frontiersmen. He's got 2 actions left, so were you just going to pop some shots off with his ranged?
Yeah.
Up the
Clockwork Revolver.
the Rattler. So go for the first one then, I suppose. Do your flip. See what you get here.
I'm hoping for a ram or a crow.
Ram or a crow. I think the ram does extra damage, doesn't it, or something? Better damage. Oh.
No,
So 12 of masks, but you do get a 12. That's not bad. What was the stat for it?
It is
6
5.
or 5. So you're on 17. I'm on against the Rattler. That's going to be, I think, a 13. Yeah, his defense is 6, so he is on... No, sorry, he's on 14. I am going to cheat with a 12, which takes me up to 18. So I'm beating you by 1. So if you want to beat me, you need a 13 or more to beat that card.
Not a lot I can do there, mate.
No? Okay, then it's going to be, you're going to do the same shot again?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're on a 14. I'm flipping for an 11 plus 6. I'm on 17. Right, so unfortunately I did win the second one there as well. Not enough high cards for Ali's not had a good hand, I don't think, unfortunately. So we'll see how it carries on, I suppose, here. That is him done.
So
He obviously used his reaction to push him forward, and then I think we discussed this before. If he was pushed 2 inches by the Frontiersmen and then used his 5 to get to roughly right next to the fence here, and then you're able to drop a token like exactly there. So I'll switch his explosive, drop down right in front of him the scheme token, strategy token. Then we believe that is pretty much bang on the centre line, so it should be okay to pull that off now. Right, so we're both on a victory point each, because essentially if you have more strategy markers in your opponent's half of the table or on the centre line, than you currently have victory points, which we're obviously both on 0, and we both got 2 strategy markers, so we both go up a victory point. The shielded that I have there, which I didn't use in the end, goes, and then I believe it goes then into us discarding and redrawing some cards here ready for turn 2. So for Alan, keeping 1 card in his hand and discarding 4. I'm keeping the 1 card in my hand, which obviously you guys know what it is. Obviously my max hand size is 7 because of my upgrade on the Rattler, and because he's still alive I'll get that. Otherwise it's just going to be, we're both going to spend a soul stone here, so we both have 4 each. I'm going to spend 1 to go down to 3, and so is Alan, so that we can both draw 2 extra cards and go down to our max hand size. So I'm going to be drawing 9 and Al's going to be drawing 8. And then going down to 6 cards. So basically we can just draw more and get rid of the bad ones, essentially, is how it's meant to work. So that's what I've drawn for my new hand, folks. So I've gone back down to 7 cards because my max hand is 7. Discarded the 2 and 3 of Rams from using, obviously, the Soul Stone. Al's discarding the 4 of Tomes and 4 of Masks to go down to his 6 in his hand, yep, should be.
Yep.
So then we're going to go here onto initiative flipper. So 5 of mask for me, not that the mask matters, but what have you got? An 8. Do I want to cheat it? No, I'm quite happy because I can kind of chain, I guess, even though everything's quite far away from me. So I'm going to let Al, I think, get away with the initiative flipper. I'm not going to cheat it. Right then, so first thing for you all.
I'm activating
Frontiersman.
the Frontiersman. He's going to use his free ability to push a model within 6 inches, 2 inches, to move Ricardo forward, defend this.
Help stay on the
token.
And then obviously he's got his 2 normal actions to go. Right, so Frontiersman has moved across here, and then second movement's come up behind the fence line here. Okay, so first activation for me and Marcus's crew. Ironically, I'm not going to be chaining yet because I'm too far away. So the Rattler's going to move 6, and then he's going to spend a explosive to drop another marker, and he's dropped his other strategy marker there. So that's 3 down for me at the moment, so I'm hoping that I'm going to definitely be getting that victory point at the end of this turn. So that's his 2 actions spent. Right then, folks, so sorry that this has happened, but obviously Malifaux is complicated and we've got so many things to keep track of. I've just realised reading the Jackalope that he counts as being insignificant, so he can't do anything for strategies and schemes, which meant I couldn't have chosen to have placed these 2 on him. Alan's totem isn't insignificant, so she technically could have still had hers, but Jackalope unfortunately can't have those 2. The only way we've both agreed to sort this out here is to randomise who would have had them, because I don't think Alan quite yet anyway has made any moves towards trying to take those off the Jackalope. So we both agreed that basically because these 2 are minions, they would have only been able to carry a max of 1 at the start anyway from myself choosing them, so they both had 1. So the only 2 that can carry them now are Miranda and Marcus. I'm going to roll a dice. On a 1, 2 or 3, Miranda will get another explosive. So it's a 6, so Marcus is going to get 1. Same again. 1, so Miranda's going to get the other one. I think that's the only way we could have done that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that he didn't have them at all and we'll just discard them.
We haven't got time to start over. So.
No, we definitely haven't. So we're going to go with the Austringer. And he's going to do move to be within 3, yeah? And then try and use that attack action then to take out the Razor Spine and hopefully catch that bomb. So we'll see if you can pull it off. So you're going to do an attack action with the second action?
Yep.
Okay, so into the Razor Spine. So flip your card.
It's a Clockwork Revolver. I'm
That's
not
the one.
using the. I'm not
Okay,
using
so-
the bird. I'm
right.
using his pistol.
Yep. So see what we flip. Ooh, so 5 of tomes at the moment anyway. I'm defense 6. So at the moment I'm losing the duel. So I'm going to cheat with a 4 of tomes, which means that we're now drawing. Which means it'll be -2 to your damage flip. Cheating with a 12 around, so you're up to 17. Which means 17 to 10 you're going to be a straight flip. But I'm going to obviously... I'll probably will end up discarding the shield to reduce damage. So straight flip then for the damage, so just 1 card. What you get in. So you got moderate and that's all you technically need, so you don't have to... basically you got a ram I think, didn't you? So you got the trigger, what was it again, Al?
Critical strike,
Critical
plus
strike,
1
so
to damage for every ram.
for every ram. So you had 1 ram in the final duel total before damage, which meant that you got +1 to your damage, which cancels out my shield. Moderate damage is 3, which I believe is enough to take out the Rattler. That was close. And that will then give you catch the bomb.
Hey!
Keep another bomb. Oh, sorry, no, that's my strategy marker. So yeah, nicely done. That is his activation. Close call, that one. We'll go on to, I think, my activation now for Marcus. Right, I'm going to use the Cerberus. He's going to activate. I'm going to move him 6 for his first action to the front there. We're actually going to use a leap now so that we can just clear the fence without worrying about movement. So I'm going to use leap action for my free action. It's going to be, I need a 7 to pull this off. I get a 12 of tomes, so we're definitely getting that. So 6-inch leap, so I'd ignore terrain. Using the Cerberus's leap to jump to there, just outside of range of the Oarstringer. Then he's going to use his second action to actually charge the Oarstringer. Sorry, that's the strategy token. So charging the Oarstringer, so I get a free attack action against him. Right, so attack action then, it's going to be with Savage Bite. So stat 6 against Al's defense. So I'm getting an 11 of crows, which is going to be 17 overall, so pretty good flip. Al's getting an 8, so what's your defense with the Oarstringer?
5.
So you're on 13, I'm on 17, so you are losing that one at the moment. I have to see if you want to cheat it. Right, so no cheating for Al, he's going to leave it as it is. There's 4 difference, which means it's going to be a minus flip for the damage, which means it's going to be 2 cards, pick the lowest. Oh my god, okay, so a waste of cards really, but it is going to be severe damage. It's going to be a nasty 5 damage against the Oarstringer.
Okay.
Okay then, so a bit of a surprise for me here. Cerberus took a big chunk out of the Raptor rather than the actual Oarstringer because he's got, yeah, it literally is coring, yeah. Right, so yeah, Skybound Ally, obviously because he gets it when he's deployed, he gets that for free. You can discard it to reduce any attack action's damage to 0. So basically the Raptor just flies up in front of him and startles him and takes the damage for him. And then you do have an ability, a trigger, don't you, on an attack action to bring it back at some point. But okay, so going with the henchman, so he's using Bring It. It has, from what we gather, stat of 6. I am going to resist here with a 10, meaning I get, my willpower is 6, so I'm getting 16. So just moving forward then to get a bit closer there, see what you can do in the future I suppose. So that's activated for Ricardo. Right, first, the next activation for me then is going to be Marcus, so he's got his 3 actions. He's going to use his free action, Primal Roar. So friendly beast and chimera models within range may move up to 3 inches. So it's going to be on a 5 that I get it, and a mask is already in there, but I get another mask anyway, so I pull it off with an 8 of masks. Right, that was the move. I pushed Marcus into interaction range with Ricardo. Then I'm going to use Chimerancy. and then I need a 10 plus the amount that I need for mutation upgrade. Right, I'm going to try Formidable Horns, so I need a target number of 11 with a stat of 7, so it should be fairly easy to pull off. I need a 4 or more, which I don't get. I will cheat with the 4 of Masks, which means that I pull it off on an 11. And because I have a Masks, I will trigger Quick Reflexes so I can take the action again, targeting a different model for free. But Formidable Horns is going to be going on to the Jackalope. It's quite a funny image. But then I get the free action again, but I have to target a different friendly model. So I'll target Miranda, because she's a Chimerancy. Or Chimera, should I say. So I'll do it again, but I'm going to have to choose... I think I'm going to choose Shielded for her. I think it's Armoured Plates, so that's 12 target number this time, adding on that mutation. So we're definitely getting it there with a Crows this time. So she will then gain Armoured Plates. Right, we're just going to do 2 attack actions in a row with Marcus against Ricardo. Looking for a stat of 6 against your defense for Ricardo. So it's going to be for me... Oh, a Black Joker. That's twice that's happened to me that this game. So he's just going to do his 3rd action and do the attack action again. So 3rd one, 11 of Rams. Okay, that is a 10 of Rams. Meaning I'm winning that one because I've got a stat of 6, so I'm on 17 and you're on 15. So let's see if you want to cheat or not. That's a negative flip for damage against Ricardo then. So 2, pick the lowest, and it's going to be weak damage, which is 2 damage against Ricardo. 2 damage on Ricardo is down to 8 wounds. Then I'm going to chain to Miranda from Marcus by discarding a card. So I'll discard 4 of Rams. And then it's going to be Miranda. Yeah, so Miranda's going to go, she's going to make a charge action around the corner into Ricardo. She's got her 2 things there. Obviously, Ricardo ignores charge other actions generated from charge actions, so I can't use my free attack action into him. But then with my 2nd action with her, I will just do a normal attack action, which with her is going to be Venomous Strike, so stat of 6 against your defense. So I might be able to poison you as well, actually, which I'm on a 13. And you're on 15, because your defense 5. Oh, I'm going to cheat to a 12 of Rams to make it really hard for you to beat that. Yeah. So I'm going to be on 18 to your 15, so that's going to be 3 difference, which is going to be negative flip, as far as I'm aware. So, a moderate 8. Right, so, forgot that he had the lead coat on, so he did actually only suffer 1 less last time, so he's on 9 currently. Then he's just lost 2 damage from that rather than 3 because of the lead coat, so he's down to 7. Wherever that is, there it is. And he's got 1 poison, which means in the end phase, I discard the poison token and he suffers the damage. So, I think that's it for Miranda. She cannot quite chain into the Jackalope because there was no way I could. Right, so Cornelius is actually going to use a charge action, yeah? Getting into base contact with Miranda, or within range anyway. And Cornelius is pretty cool. He can use his ranged attack actions as a just a standard 1-inch attack action, which is really cool. So he's going to use his shotgun, yeah? Against Miranda. Or attempt to, yeah. See what you flip. And you're getting a 6. Right, so Miranda's got a defense of 6, so Alan's on 12 at the moment with his, but I get a plus to my defense flip because everybody within 3 of Miranda gets a plus. So I'm getting 2 cards, pick the highest. So I get a 9, plus her 6, that's 15. You're on 12, Alan, so you need to cheat right now. Okay, so Alan hasn't got the means, unfortunately, to use that, but you're just going to keep shooting it, so you get a 2nd action.
Might as well. Oh, that's more like it.
Oh, sugar. Let's see what I get. Oh my god!
Oh man!
What was the stat there? What, 6?
6.
So we are equal, so you're still winning it. I can't do better than that. So I don't think Mass gives you a trigger, but you are winning that. You've just got -2 to your flip because of drawing. So, but you will cause blasts from this, which is I'm not looking forward to, so we'll sort this out. Right, so it's 3 cards. Pick the lowest for L flipping here, so go for it.
2.
Weak, and then we will place a blast token on. So the way blasts work, once the shot's been made, I suffer damage. If it was, let's say if it was severe damage, you can then place the blast token over the top of Marcus in base contact with the original target, and whoever's under that base suffers the next lowest amount of damage to what you caused to the original target. But because it was weak, Marcus can only suffer a maximum of 1 damage. So Miranda would suffer 3 from the attack action, but because she has armoured plates, she's +1 damage, so she's suffering 2 in total. And then Marcus suffers that 1 damage from the blast. And then I think you've got another attack action to go yet. So Miranda's down to 7 health, and Marcus is down to 11 there. So last attack action, because the first one was a charge, second action was an attack, and third attack. Oh my gosh, all the big cards coming out, and I get a 9 of tomes. So I'm on 15 and you're on 19. I ain't going to beat that, so I ain't going to cheat it. It's going to be 4 difference, so you're looking at a minus flip, which is just going to be 2 pick the lowest. Ooh, I think that's moderate. So moderate damage, which means, what's moderate on there? 4 damage, and then weak was 3. So 4 goes down to 3 for Miranda, so she's on 4 health because she has the shield, the armoured plates. So she's down to 3 health. Then you're going to put, I'm guessing, put the blast in the same place over Marcus, which means he suffers 3, because that was the weak damage. So obviously Miranda suffered moderate. It goes to weak damage to the blast, which is 3 damage, and so Marcus will be going down to 8 here. Just the Jackalope to go with his little antics. I think I'm going to leap him first, so we'll check that. It's going to be here. So yeah, free leap, 6 inches if I get a 7. I get a 5. I'm going to cheat that with a 9 of crows, so I will get to leap 6 inches.
Yeah.
So Jackalope's going to leap to there. I'm not going to leap to inside the interaction range because I want to make a charge with him because I gave him his formidable horns earlier on. So then he's going to make a charge action. So then I'll get a couple of attack actions here. And the first attack action, because it was generated by the charge, gets charged through. So when I use a charge attack action, I get +1 to the damage flip, +1 flip to the damage. So that's not too bad. Also, he can use Mask for Onslaught with a trigger to take the attack action again for free. So definitely look out for those masks. But yeah, Jackalope is going to use his horns, which is going to be a stat of 4, so it's not great. I get a 6 of tomes, which means I'm on 10, and your defense is going to be... only a 2, so actually I might actually do okay there. So Alan cheated, with a 6 of masks, so he's now on a 12 and I'm on 10. I'm going to then cheat with a 10 of rams and beat you by 2. Yes, beat you by 2, which does mean a minus to my damage flip, but because it was a charge action, it's a plus as well from the charge through from my formidable horns. So it just evens out and turns it into a straight flip, so just 1 card. Oh, it's weak anyway. So, but it will cause 2 damage though to Cornelius. Right, that was his first attack action from the charge. The second attack action won't get charged through though because it's just from the charge. This is just a normal attack action. So on a 4 plus a 6, it's 10 again for me, and I've got no cards to cheat with here. You get a 4, so you're on 10, so we're drawing. If you want to up it with a cheat, you can stop me, so 5 or higher. It's up to you whether you want to or not. This is the very last activation. Yeah, might as well. So a 5 to just stop the action in general, meaning nothing else to come from that. We're going to go here into the end of the round and work out points. We both have 2 or more markers, which means we're higher than our victory points currently, and we both gain a point again, so we're up to 2 points each. So we're still drawing, but obviously Al at the moment is going to need another one for next turn if he wants to get more points now, whereas I've got the 3 at the moment, so that'll be interesting. My max hand limit is now back down to 6 because I lost the upgrade there. So now I'm not going to be able to use that now that the Razor Spine's gone. So I'm drawing up to 6. I'm going to spend a Soul Stone here again though because I've got 3 to go down to 2 Soul Stones and draw an extra 2 like last round. Are you doing the same, Al?
I'm going to do the same.
Yeah. So both down to 2 Soul Stones. We're going to discard some cards. Are you discarding all yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, discard all yours, Al. Okay, so...
Another reason I took the
So Ricardo here does have poison, so the poison token would be removed, but because he's got a steel coat, he reduces all damage by -1, so he's ignoring it, so nice. Okay then, so discarding and redrawing, that is my new hand, guys. Drew 8 cards and went down to 6, obviously. So that is my new hand. I discarded the 5 and the 2 there, and Alan discarded the 3 and the 1 from his hand. Right then, so initiative flip then for turn 3. So I'm getting a 10 there, Al's getting a 4. Right then, so on to the first activation for me. Al decided not to cheat. First activation for me, which might well have to just be Miranda, I think. Something I haven't tried with this crew before because it is all new to me. Beast shape. So Miranda's going to use her free action where she can obviously morph because she's almost like a werewolf, if you like, or shapeshifter. So she can shapeshift into a model that's a lower cost value than herself, that's a beast, an enforcer model, or a chimera model. So she is going to morph, and I have to morph and put them in base contact, the new model. So the new Rattler model will be on 3 wounds, but he's going to go into base contact. Miranda gets removed for now, and the Rattler's now on 3 wounds. I do have to actually pull this off technically, so on a 6 or higher. I do get a 1, so I'm going to have to cheat that. I'm going to cheat with a 10 of rams, just because then I get the trigger to heal him. So when I use beast shape, I need a 6 or higher to meet 12. Then if I get a ram, I can use mend self, so I heal a 1, 2 or 3, which I'm going to do now. And I heal severe, so I heal 3 wounds. So I've got up to 6 wounds left now with Rattler. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. He now essentially acts as Miranda for the phase because that was just a free action. I'm replacing the model, not summoning it, which means that you don't get the negatives of summoning a model. He gains the upgrades that she has, so he's armoured plates, and he gains Bestial form upgrade because he is technically still Miranda. So at the beginning of his activation and in the future, he can discard Bestial form to shapeshift back into Miranda, basically. He's still within an inch, so he's going to attack into Cornelius for his first action, which is going to be Venomous Strike. So prepare yourself, Cornelius. It's going to be 6 plus 6, so on 12 for me with masks. Getting that plus your defense. Okay, Alan's currently on 18. I'm not enough, so I need to cheat here. I am going to cheat. I'm spending early. 13 of rams takes me up to more. Because I've got stat 6. I'm only 1 more than you though, so it's going to be a negative flip. But because it's a ram that I cheated with, I'm going to activate the trigger, tear off a bite. So I heal 2.
Oh,
so
wow.
the Razor Spine goes back to 7 health rather than 6. So nice, he's fully healed. So he's eaten you and healed. Then it's going to be a negative flip for damage. So it's going to be 2, pick the lowest. So it's going to be weak damage for the 3 of masks there on the bottom. So weak damage being 2 damage to Cornelius. And you gain +1 poison. Okay, so Cornelius is down to 8. I'm going to use the same attack action again for his second action. So getting, a 1 of rams. And you're getting a 7, so you're on 13. I'm going to cheat here with a 9 of crows. So that I go up to 15. And you're on 13. Do you want to cheat, Al? So equaling, yeah. To make it a double negative flip for me for damage. So yeah, it's going to be weak either way, but I will waste 3 cards here. Oh man, that's not what I want. Okay, so that's the 3rd time this time took this the game. So Black Joker comes out, meaning no damage at all, 0. And after the activation, because he hasn't moved, he gains shielded +2 because of his armoured plates, the Razor Spine, which got transferred from Miranda, because technically he is Miranda, I guess. We'll go on to Alan's activation for Cornelius now. So Frontiersmen, yeah, I'm going to push to 5 that way, and then get the token on this side of him there, I suppose, to so spend his bomb. I've already removed the bomb, by the way, so he can plant it and put down a strategy marker. Right then, so that is the Frontiersmen for the Cornelius' activation. Marcus is going to go next for the Arcanists. I think we're going to use his... You can't use any free actions already this round, so we're just going to go with a Chimerancy to put a mutation upgrade on the Jackalope. He already has a mutation upgrade cost of 1 there on him, and I'm also now going to put on Serrated Teeth and Claws, which ups it to a target number of 13 in total. So flipping, I have stat of 7, so I need 6. in total.
Oh.
So I'm getting an 11. So yeah, Jackalope just gets his serrated teeth and claws.
So what's he got on him now?
So he gets bonuses for charging, but then the serrated teeth and claws is basically just better damage.
He's got horns and teeth and claws.
Yep.
He's gonna be like that rabbit from Monty Python.
I mean, look how nasty he looks anyway. How can you make him look
seen
worse?
The Holy
than
Grail with the rabbit that
that's
off.
true. Yeah, that is definitely what it is. Yeah. Okay then, so we're going to go on to Marcus's second action. It's just going to be an attack action with Tear Apart. Let's see what we get. I get an 11 of masks, so I do get the masks for Pouncing Strike. But obviously, Al's got a resist here. This is attacking into Rykart. Oh, hello. So what's Rykart's defense?
6.
5, isn't it, I think? So I think he's on
5.
18, I'm on 17, and I can't get any better than that. So we're just going to do his third attack action and do the same one into Rykart. Oh, 3 of crows. Oh, 1 of us. Okay, so you're on a 6 and I'm on a 9. So it's Alan's choice to cheat. Cheating with the 7 of masks. So you're going up to 12. I'm on 9. I'm going to go and cheat it with a 6 of tomes. So it doesn't give me much, but it equals up with Alan. So no more cheating to be done. So it's going to be just I think that's even now, it's 12 all. Yeah, it is. So it's going to be double negative flip for me, for Marcus, so it's definitely going to be weak. Unless there's a red joker coming. No. So weak, 4 of rams, meaning it's going to be 2 damage from Marcus onto Rykart. But it's -1 damage, so it's only 1, and he's down to 6 because of his coat. I'm going to chain activate to the Jackalope by discarding a card. I'll discard the 5 of crows. So using up my cards, but definitely worth it probably to get the Jackalope in. Right then, so the Jackalope, using his attack action, he's got some upgrades going on, so I'll take you through that as we go. But his generic horn action, because he's got 2 mutation upgrades attached, by the way, his Lamarckian evolution means that he gets +1 for each mutation upgrade attached to his final duel total, so I'm getting +2 in total to the total. But it's going to be a stat of 4 plus 8 of rams, which means I would heal, but I'll see what you flip. So I'm on 12, you're on, that's into Cornelius, so you're on 11, so you're losing by 1 at the moment. Cheating, hard decision, but cheating with a crow of 11s.
I had plans for that card.
I don't think I can beat that with my cheat. I'm going to have to leave that, and then we're going to go on to my second attack action with the Jackalope into Cornelius. It's going to be a total of 10 for me, that's not great. Another flip for you all. You're on 14. Let me just see if I can beat that. I can't beat that either, so yep, we're going to let that pass. Jackalope fails. Well done, Jackalope. Right, so Cornelius is going to do a stoic nod. Yep. Towards Rykart to try and heal him. So needing a 5 or higher for a target number 12 with a stat of 7. Ooh, so wanting to cheat with a 5 or higher, I guess. With a 5 of rams. And then you want to flip a card now to see what heal you get. So weak, moderate, or severe. You get a weak, not good. So healing 1. Okay. Right, so you're going to use that shotgun attack again.
Yeah.
Who are you going into?
Marcus.
Okay. So you're using flip then. See what you flip. Getting an 11 of masks. I'm getting 3 of tombs, so into Marcus that's going to be a 9 for me, and for you
17.
17. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to be able to do too much about that. So it's 17 to 11, which is 6 difference, which means it's going to be a straight flip for you all. So you can actually cheat this as well if you want to do the damage.
It's weak.
You can cheat that if you want to, so Al's not going to cheat, not because he can't make up the rate or anything of damage.
Because I don't want to throw away my 13.
Yeah. So
it's weak, which is 3 blast.
3 blast. Right, so the blast marker will go into contact here with base contact there with Marcus, and then as you can see is overlapping with the Rattler. Would cause 1 damage because it was only weak, the blast, but because the Razor Spine ignores 1 damage, I don't suffer any damage. Coming into the second action for Cornelius, he's going to use it again. We've only just realised, to be fair, that obviously when he turns it in his shotgun into an attack action, because of his ability allows him to do so. It's only an inch range, so he's not quite within an inch range of Marcus, so technically you wouldn't have been able to target him. But obviously, first action we've done it, we'll take it as it is, we missed it.
Because we flipped all the cards.
Yeah, because we flipped the cards. It's not as easy to reverse in Malifaux. But no harm, no foul, it's not that big a deal. Cornelius is going to use his Stoic Nod again to try and heal Ricardo. So no, you need to get obviously the target number first. So what was your target number again?
My target number was 12 and stat is 7.
So you got an 11, you need a 5 or more. No, can't pull it off with the, unfortunately in the end, the bad draw. Right, the Cerberus is going to go then. Obviously caught in with the Stringer. I've got myself in a nice position there. Might be able to grab that explosive off of him. So obviously first attack action with the Sabertooth. I can generate extra attacks here as well, so it can be quite nasty. Savage Bites, stat 6 plus 7 is going to be 13 of crows. Ooh, no, I'm not going to beat that, folks, for the first one. It's a nice flip, nice defensive flip. So we're going to go second attack action. Oh, red Joker. That's what we've been waiting for. I deserve that after all the black Jokers. Nice for time for it to come out as well. So red Joker means it's classed as a 14 and I get to choose the suit. Right, okay, this is nasty now because that is, I'm changing it to a mask so I get Onslaught, which means I can, Onslaught, so I can take the attack action again if I need it, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm on 20 and Al's on 8, which means it's a +1 to my flips. That's 2 flips, pick the highest, which is going to be Moderate. Moderate does 4 damage, so down to 4 at the moment, to 2 health, sorry, for the Stringer, but obviously I did turn the red Joker into a mask, so I get Onslaught, so I get a free attack here. God, this is tense. We'll see what we get. Oh, it's nice, that's what we want. An 18 of crows to Al's 10, I think. Crows doesn't give me anything, but I'm obviously going to keep that. 18 to your 10, so sorry, yes, 18 to your 10, so that's going to be an 8 difference. That's a straight flip for damage, which is all probably going to be enough anyway. So moderate, that is another 4 damage, which will finally take down that Stringer. And I will be catching that explosive. Thank you very much. So going into the Ricardo activation, you attacking Marcus. I'm going to be discarding my only card in my hand here to shift the attack action onto the Rattler. So the attack action is against the Rattler rather than Marcus. It saves his health a bit. Straight flip then against the Rattler.
Only an 8. And
an 8.
It is...
Probably 6. So you're on 14. Straight flip for me. A 9. I'm on 15. So currently 1 ahead of you there. Nothing you can do with that one now. So we'll go
try it
again, but I'll straight onto Marcus. So obviously
Marcus.
I can't redirect it this time. That is on a 10.
11.
An 11, sorry. Flip for me. Oh, that's what we like. Definitely, I'm guessing not beating that one either, no. Okay, the good card's coming out for me there. Okay, so just calculating some points here then, folks. Both of us currently have 3 of the tokens still on each side in each other's opponent's halves. So because we're still higher than our victory points on each side, we're both gaining a point and we're both up to 3 all on the victory points. It's tense. As we go into turn 4 here. Okay then, so my new hand, a pretty tidy hand. Well, not a bad hand, pretty good, damn good hand, as you can see. So that's what I've kept, and then we both spent a Soul Stone to take 8 and drop the worst 2 cards. I've dropped a 1 and 2, and Al's dropped a 4 and a 6. So we'll do an initiative flip here, Al. For me, it's going to be a 9 of tomes for Al. Oh dear, your initiative flip has not been the best. But do you want to cheat it, is the question. Right, so Al's leaving it. Don't blame him there, to be fair. Better to keep the high cards. So it's going to be my activation first for Marcus, and it's going to be probably Marcus. Right then, so Marcus is going to go here. He's going to try and use Chiromancy on himself to be able to put armoured plates on himself, because I can use at least 2 of those upgrades. So he needs, since he hasn't got any upgrades already, it's just +2 for armoured plates for the cost. So it's going to be target number of 12, so I need a 5 or higher. I get a 9 of masks. I also get a masks, which means I get quick reflexes and can take the action again for free, targeting a different model. So I'm going to get armoured plates on Marcus anyway, so I'm going to split that over both Razor Spine and Marcus there, because I do get 2. I just haven't got enough printed. Then he gets to use it again for free, so I'm going to use it probably on the Razor Spine here, Rattler. So I'm going to use Serrated Teeth and Claws, because that's plentiful too as well. And we'll put that on the Razor Spine Rattler. So needing, that is cost of 2. So same again, it needing a 12. Getting a 9 again there. So target would usually heal 2 with the Rams, but the Razor Spine isn't injured at the moment. So yeah, Serrated Teeth and Claws for both the Jackalope and Razor Spine now. So lots of mutations going on. But essentially that is Marcus's first activation, action. We'll do an attack action into Ricardo, so our tear apart action. Looking for a stat of 6 plus 3 of Rams, so I'm on 9, not great. And Al's getting Red Joker. So 14 plus whatever your defense is. 5 I think, wasn't it, for Ricardo? So I'm not going to beat that. Second attack action, a 5 of masks. Oh, it's not going well. And a 3 of masks. Okay, so you're on 8 and I'm on 11. So you're losing this one currently, Al. Cheating with a 7, so you're going up to 12, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only on 11. So I'm going to cheat with a 6 of masks, which brings me equal, which means that it's going to be a double -2 flip, but because it's a mask, so I can keep the trigger. And after this activation I get Pouncing Strike, so I'm allowed to jump to another enemy model within 5 inches and use the same attack action again, basically, as long as they're in line of sight. So that should be interesting. But it's going to be a double minus flip though, so 3 cards, pick the lowest for damage. It's going to be weak already with the tome there. And there we go, so a waste of some good cards there. And it's going to be weak damage, which from Marcus is 2 damage into Cornelius, so he's down to 6 though at the moment. Sorry, not Cornelius, that is into Ricardo, sorry, obviously.
So it's how much damage?
It was 2 damage and he takes 1 less, doesn't he? So he's
on
down to 6. But then I do get to, with the masks, jump into a model within line of sight and 5 inches away and make the attack action again for free. So here we go. Oh, 3 of tomes, meaning I'm on 9, and Alan gets a 9. So you're on 14. I'm going to do a 10 of Rams, which means at the moment Marcus will also heal 2. And currently I'm on 16, so I'm winning by 1. And you're on 15, Al, so decide if you want to up your game or not there, I suppose. Putting down an 11 from Al, so he's going to cancel out the attack. Just as a side note as well for this turn, Al did start the turn with 1 less character than me, so he does get 1 pass token technically, just a little side thing. Otherwise, I'm going to chain with Marcus. I'm going to discard, you said it, Black Joker. I'm going to risk it, discarding it from hand. It is at least for now in the discard pile. And I'm going to chain to the Rattler, and obviously he's going to go into Cornelius now, just get an attack action in. So Razor Spine going then, we're going to do first attack action into Cornelius, and it's going to be Venomous Strike. Also, having removed the poison token should have been done after last turn, but we forgot to do it. So Cornelius has gone down from 8 to 7 because of the poison, but the token is now gone. But going into the Razor Spine's attack action, it's a stat of 6 for me, plus 7, so I'm on 13 of crows. 1 of tomes. Used all the good cards in defense now. Right, so we're just going to pull off the poison, I think. I'm going to cheat with the 10 of masks, which would heal me too, but I'm not injured yet with the Rattler, so no need for that. But we are now drawing, which means it's a double minus for me for my damage, so 3, pick the lowest, which is actually weak in the end. So weak, which is 2 damage to Cornelius, so he's down to 5 currently, and I've got an attack action left yet. He also gains a poison for that, sorry, so he's got his poison back here. There we go, he's dwindling. Second attack action is going to be, oh, not good again. I'm on 11. And Alan is, oh, big 12 plus 6, 18. I'm going to cheat with a 12 of masks and match you up to 18. So you need a 13 or higher, not worth doing. So it's same again, it's going to be 3, pick the lowest, which is already going to be weak, I can see. But that's got rid of some nasty cards, but also a 13. So there we go. It's going to be another 2 damage and another poison for Cornelius. Right, so that's the Rattler. Cornelius is now down to 3, and he's going to be losing at least 1 health here at the end of the game anyway from the poisoned, so this should be interesting as we go on here. But it's on to Cornelius's crew and their activation. Right then, so Ricardo activating, yeah?
Yeah.
He's going to do Stoic Nod into Cornelius.
Yeah.
So
It's
you're
a stat 6, target number 12, so I need a 6. I got a 7.
Rams, and then do you want to do heal flip? Oh, nice. Was it moderate?
Moderate.
I think it's 11 plus for severe.
So that's 2.
Okay, so he's healed up to 8. Still not 8, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Cornelius is up to 5.
And for a second action, I'll take a swing at Marcus.
Take a swing at Marcus. Okay, so single flip. An 8 of masks. And then for me, for Marcus, it's going to be a 5 of tomes. So you're on 14. And I'm on 11, so I'll see if I want to cheat this. I'm going to let it go, then I'll let it go. So currently 3 different, so it's going to be a minus flip. So 2 pick the lowest. I'm shielded, I forgot that with Marcus, I'm armor plated,
Weak.
so weak, which is what damage?
3.
Right then, so weak would cause 3 damage, but Marcus does have his armor plates now. Armor gives him +1 to reduce all damage suffered by -1. Then hunker down if he hasn't moved this activation or this turn, which in his activation he didn't move, he got placed. He has shielded +2 until the end phase. So when he gets attacked, you can discard one of those shields to then reduce the damage by another 1. So he's left with 1 shield marker, and he only takes 1 damage because it was 3 in total. So he's down to 4 now, and he has 1 shield left. It's on to my activation. I've only got the Jackalope and the Cerberus left. We're going to go with the Cerberus. He's going to go and drop that other bomb, I think, that he's picked up from the Austringer. So he's going to use his free leap with for his bonus action first. So needing a 7 or higher. I've got a 10 of tome, so we're all good there. So I'll make the free 6-inch leap with the Cerberus. Using then his first action to discard the explosive and set it to turn it into a strategy marker. He's then just going to use his second action just to make a movement there to the edge of the fence line. And then it's going to be going on to the activation for Cornelius. So Cornelius shooting Marcus with his usual 1-inch action. Getting a 7 of masks, and Marcus flipping a 13 of rams. So he's on 19. I'm guessing you got nothing to face that.
Nope.
So you're going to do it again? Oh no, 4 of crows. It's more what I get though, to be honest, because you might be able to cheat it. 3 of masks, so I'm on 9 and you're on 10. The damage goes through, so I'm letting the damage go through, so it's a minus flip because there's 1 difference. So 2, pick the lowest. Weak, I'm guessing? Weak. So that would be 3, yeah? So I'm going to discard the last shield token. So I'm down to 0 on shields now to reduce it by 1, and then the upgrade itself reduces me by 1 anyway. So it's only 1 damage that time because it was weak again. So I'm down to 3 wounds at the moment, but then you do have, I think, another attack action. 3rd attack action, see if we can do. Oh, that's not good, 17, but what do I get? Oh, so 19, can't be beating that. That's exactly what Marcus needed right there. So not going to be beating that one, unfortunately. He's flipping him out when he needs to do. The fate's on my side here from the breach. So Marcus lives again for now. That's Cornelius done, yeah? So it's going to be going on to my last activation with the Jackalope. Bless him. He's got a couple of nice upgrades on him, I guess, at the moment. So we'll attack with him. He's got, let's have a look here, his horns, and we're going to go stat of 4, oh, 5. I'll go ahead, Al first.
7.
So you're on, Cornelius' defense is 6, isn't it? So you're on 13. I'm going to cheat to go to 15 of rams. Okay, so Al's going to even it up, so I have a double minus flip, so 3 pick the lowest for damage. I did get a ram, so I would heal 2, but Jackalope's not needing healing, so 3 pick the lowest. I know the black joker's not in there, so oh yes, red joker. So red joker always takes precedence, So it is going to be severe, and then so severe damage, which for the Jackalope isn't great. Okay, so getting the Red Joker, so it'll be severe damage. Technically, I forgot that I can actually trigger with the ram, but I didn't choose to actually trigger with it. I forgot that I even had it to have +1 flip. So I technically would have flipped 2 and then picked the lowest, but because I didn't use the trigger, it actually helped me. If I'd have forgotten it, I would be pretty sorry for myself right now, but it did actually help me. So Red Joker always supersedes, so that is going to be severe damage for 3 damage, my bad, against Cornelius, so he's down to 2. Right, so the only other thing that happens from that attack action, Cornelius goes down to 2 wounds left, and the Jackalope caused, after causing the damage, I have blood in the air from my serrated teeth and claws, which means I get give Cornelius adversary beasts, meaning that I get plus flip against him now in my attack actions, and I've got 1 more attack action. So plus flip means 2, pick the highest. I'm getting a 7 of masks, and what are you getting there, Rob?
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. I'm getting an 8 of tones, so you're on 14, and I'm on not good, 11. So you'll be fine there, nothing else to be done,
Okay.
which means that is the end of the Jackalope. So activating Frontiersmen?
He's the only one left, isn't he?
Yeah, only 1 left for this turn.
So he'll go 5
And then use the charge action. So you get 1 attack action with that.
Yeah.
The reason for that being, I've just said to Al thought he was out of it, but I've just said not entirely, because going into the 5th turn, I'm not really going to be able to plant any more explosives being stuck in here. And then if Al does manage to kill Marcus and take that bomb, you can then use the second action to plant it in my half. If the Cerberus is trapped in, I've got nobody to really dismantle anything particularly, not that I can see. Alright then folks, so managed to really scurry away with Marcus. We've had a couple of discussions as the game's kind of gone on, especially the last turn or so, that it did pretty much come down to the start of this turn and whether you could take out Marcus or not, because he is on fairly low health. He's only on 1, so he's literally scurried away, really wounded, badly wounded.
Very close.
Yeah, the bestial form inside of him overcame. But essentially, what it came down to was Reinhardt and Cornelius trying to take him down. Which at the end of the day probably came down to whoever had better cards and a bit of better luck, because at the end of the day, with his 2 actions, he's going to need to kill someone to gain the explosive and then plant it with the second action, and it's just not doable now. Obviously, Miranda's on full health and Marcus has escaped, so unfortunately not. Obviously, because it is so close to the end now, we are, I think, going to leave it there. So thank you, Alan. That was awesome. There was some tough parts for us to figure out the game there. It's new to us. There probably were some mistakes, so we are sorry for that. This is our pretty much first time properly playing it, and obviously first time on camera. We've had a few practice games. Alan's only had 1, so this is his first proper full game, really. And you put up a good showing, to be honest, because it was only at the very end of that turn, it would have only still been 4-3. So by no means, out of, yeah, definitely. The showing from both of these crews. What do you think of your crew, Al, for Cornelius? Obviously, you've only played him now the second time.
I think he's great. I think a lot of my abilities are wasted
against Marcus,
because
they're all anti-ranged,
and so forth.
And Marcus literally does not have any range, because the idea with Cornelius and his crews, they can kick up dust. And for the most part, that is very anti-ranged. I think there's 1 or 2 things we figured out with triggers. You can
dust. You might be able to drop a dust cloud behind somebody and push them into it and cause them some bother.
But otherwise, unfortunately, you didn't really get to see the dust clouds that game because it's not handy against Marcus, so there's no point in doing it. But yeah, another time I'm sure you'll be able to see Cornelius play against somebody else. I've got Ulix and his pigs to come along, so they will no doubt be featured. And I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Obviously, like I say, with Malifaux, if you want to learn the game, obviously learn the core rules, but the main thing to learn with the game, to become half decent at the game with your crew, is just to learn your crew and their abilities, because there are so many synergies and things, and you will have seen it in that game. I had a lot of synergy going on with Marcus because I know his crew. I've played a lot of 2nd edition with him, whereas obviously Al hasn't really used Cornelius much yet, so you can probably see the kind of difference there. we hope you really did enjoy that one. Obviously, we will be doing more Malifaux on the channel coming soon. We've got many other crews to be featured and people to be coming on the channel. I'm sure Alan will be back with some Malifaux once we've had a lot more practice and we can do some proper games. And maybe we'll introduce schemes next time. I don't know, we'll have to see. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Obviously, like I say, do subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. Ready for more Malifaux 3rd edition content. We'll see you later, and happy skirmishing.